My name is Kevin Owens. I'm a WWE superstar and a really, really big deal. Trust me, I'm telling you I am. And if you're wondering, yes, I am recording this from the inside of my car, which makes me even cooler, if you ask me. I'm here to welcome you tonight to the show you're about to see and to tell you that, you're in for a great time. This is a great show, and the best way to let people know about this show and let people know how great of a time you had is word of mouth. That's the best kind of advertising. So please, tonight, as you enjoy yourselves, don't be afraid to take pictures and videos and then go home and post them on your Twitter or your Facebook or your Instagram or any other kind of app that's slowly and surely destroying our lives. But please, for the benefit of tonight's show, spread the happiness. That would make you a good person. And you're probably not that good of a person to start with. So do something nice with your life for once, you know? And now please welcome Brendon Burns and Colt Cabana.
The show is Saturday, Brendon.
I know, but fuck it.
The song is Saturday.
Saturday. No, not yet.
If anyone was as close to Elton John, it would be this man, Brendon Burns.
I prefer Eddie from Bottom.
A reference I do not get.
Nothing. There's no idea. No, the fucking any of you that have known me for like 30 years, people go, oh, you look like fucking Adrian Edmondson, and I'm like, fuck. And if you go back to the 90s, remember the young ones? Vivian? I used to have the spiky red hair as well, so I can't wait to
like Seamus. A reference I would get.
Fuck, it's hot. No, I can't see a thing. My glasses are so full.
Wait, hold on, Brendon. The best part about this already is me knowing to get out of the way of the projector and you just saying... and just saying your Twitter handle on your forehead.
Which is actually how I get around. I don't understand the social media, Colt. I stopped at Instagram and you fucking...
You didn't even start Instagram. Don't pretend like you're that cool.
Yeah, I know. I just started on Instagram and someone already had Brendon Burns. And then I realised it was me. I had a friend signed me up for it and I didn't get it. And I'm like, who's this fucking cunt? It's got Brendon Burns. And then I contact Mr. Instagram or whatever.
Frank Instagram.
Yeah, Frank Instagram. You can fuck off. For years, it's good to see the regulars again. How many of you remember that for years Colt thought David Attenborough was David Edinburgh?
I legitimately thought the mayor of Edinburgh was a guy named David Attenborough.
And he's like a beloved figure.
They kept on talking about him.
Because obviously you must have come here from overseas and you've seen like 5,000 shows going on and it's got to be like, well, someone's got to be in charge. And I keep hearing about this David Edinburgh. Who are we fucking paying on this thing?
The king of Edinburgh, I can only assume. I still don't know. I know he has something to do with nature or science. That's I can't be bothered to even pay attention. If it's not pro wrestling, I don't care. That's the gist of it, all right?
How many regulars? By a round of applause. And how many newcomers? By a round of applause. Okay. Well, newcomers, virgins, so on. Hey, everybody, it's Colt Cabana!
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
And you have no idea how much fun I've been doing this festival, the world's largest arts festival, for 30 years, and year in, year out, it gives me no end of joy sharing a flat with a fucking American jock who has no fucking idea who anyone is, what any of this involves. My favourite fucking Cabana story is fucking the first year he was here. Shit-faced Shakespeare got a bad review. Right now, first of all, you can't bad review shit-faced Shakespeare. You can't be all snooty and go, oh, they were shit-faced. Like, you know, it's like the first rule of comedy. Don't take the piss out of someone who's already dropped trout, you know? Someone's got their trousers down, you can't go, oh, look at you with your trousers down. Yeah, I did it, right? And so, Shitface Shakespeare got a bad review, and then we fucking started burying the reviewer for giving them a bad review.
Which is a thing I think we should, like, people that bury shows, we should bury them. I think that should be a new trend in comedy.
Yeah, by the way, we've never had a bad review, even though we're a fucking shambles.
The worst. This show is the worst.
Yeah. I know you're looking at this going like, yeah, you two have clearly been working on this bit for a year. The fucking liquid fucking chemistry that's happening now.
I wrote down, enter scene. Brendon walks right in front of the monitor.
And so, at the world's largest arts festival, after we'd been talking about shit-faced Shakespeare for like a fucking month, and talking about reviews, etc., and then on the way home, it's the fucking best thing I've ever heard in all my years at the world's largest arts festival, my American jock friend goes, oh, well, you know, the thing is, right, the only thing keeping me from going to shit-faced Shakespeare is Shakespeare. Come on. Ugh.
No interest.
Yeah. But you tell a lie. It's your fucking, you've been, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, well, every year I try to go as many times as I can.
Yeah.
Just like this show, and you guys should all be coming here.
Oh, yeah.
What are you getting at?
The fact that it's your favourite, or
Yeah.
is it Shitface Showtime's your favourite show?
Shitface Showtime is my favorite because I like show tunes more than I like Shakespeare. And I'm honestly just waiting for Shit Time Pro Wrestling. Let's be honest.
Shit time pro wrestling?
Well, Shitface Pro Wrestling.
I believe that happened at WrestleMania 13 when Sid Vicious had diarrhea in his fucking pants.
Play the clip!
And then, do you guys know about this?
That's not real. I was there. I would have smelled it.
Get fucked. You there?
Yeah, that was in Chicago.
Oh yeah, that's the one where you punch fucking Hawk.
Goddamn right I did.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that clip?
Who's the boss? Who's seen that clip?
A fucking 16-year-old Colt Cabana is like a fucking.
I'll set the scene. It was a Chicago
it's your
street.
story. Hang on.
Chicago street fight. It was Legion of Doom and Ahmed Johnson versus a bunch of other schmucks that no one cared about. And they're like right on the aisle. And of course, like the rich spoiled Jewish boy that I was, my dad got me 7th row on the aisle. It was only $100 back then. Now it's like $12,000. And they were like right there. This is also part of the story. You're just mooning our crowd.
I've been working out.
And so Hawk is right there on the aisle, and I'm like, fuck, this is a Chicago street fight. I'm from Chicago. So I start throwing punches at Hawk. And it is on YouTube, and it did not hurt him. He was on a lot of steroids at the time. Just saying.
Yeah, and he's dead from a swollen heart, so who wins? Fuck you, Hawk!
No, too much at the top. So I suppose we should do the bit. This is a different show every night, but it's just the beginning. Well, no, actually we don't do this every night, do we? Because this is a fucking
What is
shambles.
this? 40 years at the Fringe, and you can't get your word
40
out now?
years? How old am I now? What the fuck?
To be fair, you said 30 years, and I
Yeah.
don't think it's been 30. It's been 30 years?
Let me see. My first one was in 1994. But I first came when I was 12. Wait, that sounds...
Hey, me too!
Yeah, really? Actually, I was 9.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. Oh, it was even worse. I didn't even know about coming. I was 9. That's exactly what happened! Motherfucker, you went to the end of my story!
How was I supposed to know?
No, well, I grew up in Perth, Western Australia, and before you think I'm all posh and fancy, everyone has a pool, right? And I was in the pool, and the jet was going up against me fucking... I'm serious, this is perfectly not a word of a lie. He doesn't know this, right? So he's like just as interested as you are. And fucking... And I came, and then my mum came out, and went, do you want a sandwich?
And a fag. I'm a comedian. I know you think just pro wrestler, but I'm also a comedian. I got jokes. I I think of them on the spot. That's what this show is.
Oh my goodness. So I guess for the uninitiated, yeah. So it's
Yeah, a lot of people ask, like, why can you do this show? Why can you make fun of pro wrestling? And
fuck you, hypothetical audience in a monologue.
that's right. We blame you for that. Oh, wait,
6 years, he still doesn't know what any of those words mean.
I still don't even know who David Edinburgh is. And right, for me, I'm a pro wrestler. I've been doing this going on 20 years now. I've wrestled everywhere: Australia, Puerto Rico, Mexico, Linlithgow. All right. Nice. Is where I came from today. I just wrestled. You're laughing, but I just wrestled a tag match there in front of 97 children. And
How many of them came?
Oh, toughen the fuck up!
And right, so I was, why can we make fun of bad wrestling? Because me myself, I was a bad wrestler. I was in the WWE. My name was changed from Colt Cabana to Scotty Goldman, Jewish warrior.
Yeah.
And I was awful. I was an awful wrestler. I think I lost 6 matches, and then they kicked me the fuck out. And that's why I embrace the world of professional wrestling, the world of bad professional
Yes,
wrestling.
and you might be asking why am I allowed to make fun of bad wrestling?
And that's because, like all of you, I'm a smarky cunt! Smarky cunt! Smarky cunt! Smarky cunt! Smarky cunt!
Which is, of course, my favorite Bob Holly character.
No!
I write jokes. I write jokes.
No puns!
I make
No puns! Bad God, don't encourage him.
So, what time is it?
I don't know. Let's stop our show and ask what time it is.
It's a lounge review. Never had a bad review. They're all terrified. He'll follow them and fuck them up.
We can bring up our friend if you want.
Yes, because it's not just us.
Yeah, it's not just us. Every single show, we're gonna have new people and new clips. And nude people in nude clips. Because it's so fucking hot in here, we're all getting naked.
And of course, like for opening weekend, because there's so many regular faces, we always have to have like our favourites, our people that are the part of the furniture at this show, that have been with us from the very beginning. And he's very easy to spot because he looks like a card in Magic the Gathering. I know I start playing Magic the Gathering. They all look like him, don't they? Several like an elf, John Robertson.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's part of the furniture, and man from the dark room, it's John Robertson!
Robertson! Robertson! Robertson! Robertson!
What a pleasure, what a joy, what a pleasure, what a joy.
You're on the end. All
Oh,
right.
am I? Great, thanks. Okay, I'll do what you say.
Okay, this is our
Chris,
first night, so I think we're all gonna sit down, and then the lights can go down. I think, right?
Oh, right, because wait, I need my cue.
Wow.
Well, John could do the lights. What's
I
going?
can do it. Ask me.
Ask you?
Hold on,
No, we're not starting. We got to talk to John first.
Is this your unexpected Jeff Hardy tribute? OD!
Are you talking about Garfield's dog?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, sit down, Johnny boy.
Hey, John, how are you, mate? How's the show?
Oh, great, man.
Good to see you. Thanks for
I
coming.
gotta say, just quietly, I love how obsessed you guys are with fucking wrestling that I walked on stage holding a whip and no one asked a fucking question.
My God, that's a tribute to when Woman was the manager in South Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Yeah, there we go.
That kind of thing.
What is that whip?
Well, I just did my show, Sweaty Sexy Party, which is me fucking around with a blues singer on stage. And as it turns out, you can get a lot of mileage out of just beating the front row.
Wait. How many kids came?
Hey, that's two! That's two out of that shit! Come on! That's what wins you the big one, motherfuckers!
Just how many kids came? Well, I didn't stimulate them to completion, obviously, you know. Not some fucking sicko, not someone who looks like Adrian Edmondson with AIDS.
I already did
You
that.
already did it.
Still doesn't know.
Wait a minute. You used the joke that I used about you fucking last year. You're excellent.
No,
Okay.
I don't know who
Hold up, fuck it. No.
I don't know who Aaron. I am in a Vegemite sandwich right now. And just like Vegemite, it is awful.
Hey, Brendon.
Yeah.
Stand up for a moment.
Okay.
Come with me. Righto. Folks, it's an unexpected bottom reunion.
Different show every night, folks. Different show every night. Okay, so the young ones was like Rick Mail and Adrian Edmondson. We looked like both of them, and then they did another sitcom called Bottom. And
Not bottom of the card. You'd recognise that. Okay.
Oh shit! Someone's going to get chopped early.
Every year, Colt, good man, strong man, powerful man. Bless his heart. Every year, Colt, at some point or another, finds an excuse to just chop me in me little boy tits. Like, make no mistake. While this fucker looks on enjoying himself, and that's not a bad thing. However, I feel doubly strong because guess what I did the other day?
CrossFit.
No. Thank you for the compliment, but no. I wear black for a reason. I met Billy Gunn.
Whoa!
And
Was he an house man? How many uses did he have for Uranus? He likes to kick him.
He likes
to pick him.
He likes to stick him.
Yep. Wait a minute. So you met Billy Gunn?
I met
He
Billy
likes
Gunn.
to touch him.
Yep.
Yep.
He likes to fuck him.
Oh, mate, make no mistake, my hair wasn't white till he came. Okay, it was fucking amazing, you know, and it was genuinely lovely. He shook me warmly by the hand, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I've taken some of his strength, or at least some of his fucking human growth hormone. So. It was a lot of fun because the nice thing about it was I was sitting backstage at a Comic-Con and he went past and I turned to my wife and I'm like, look at Billy Gunn. There's a man on human growth hormone. And I just kept whispering and I'm like, fucking no, human growth hormone. Someone got kicked out of professional powerlifting, human growth hormone. Human growth hormone. Until I went up to him, in which case I became a complete pussy and I got him to sign something. But that's not important right now.
But the thing is, because you look like part ghost,
Yeah.
right? And you're going to, human growth hormone. And at any point, did he ever go up to anyone else going, can anyone else see that guy?
Well, to be fair, Jim Ross was also there and he looked up at one point and went, and realised I wasn't Ric Flair and then stopped looking at me.
Although when Jim Ross looked up, how could you tell? Toughen the fuck up, guns! Fucking toughen the fuck up!
By God! That man's face is broken in half. By a pre-existing condition. Okay. He was very nice. Anyway, it's a great pleasure. Things are going well.
Thanks for having you, John.
Yes.
Thanks for being our opening guest. And I have a question. Would you like to watch some wrestling?
Let's watch bad wrestling!
By God! I haven't seen an airplane spin in 25 years! Did any of you hear the subtle diss that Brendon gave me as I picked him up? We went, are you sure? Let's watch some fucking wrestling! Oh, it's me! Holy shit, it's me! There I am!
Fuck, where'd my glasses go?
I apologize. I've been sued enough. Don't sue us, please.
Oh yeah, the elephant in the room. Oh yeah. An innocent man. Oh, you say it. No, all right.
Ah, fuck it. You know what? Who listens to his podcast out of interest, guys? You know what, mate? I had just come back from a fucking show. I was sitting in a railway station in the fucking dead of night. I listened to your entire episode where you're going through the fucking case. And I'm just going to say on a very serious note, it was some of the most fucking compelling podcast shit I've ever fucking listened to. It was an incredible fucking broadcast. I wish you nothing but congratulations. Well fucking done, young man.
Thank you. And because I didn't lose my $40 million to the doctor, I will now lose it at the Ed Fringe this year. Thank God, right?
Is that how much is in the money in the bank? All right.
So here is...
Oh, this news.
Well, here is Ric Flair and a human prolapse. Okay.
Yeah. He's giving birth to a man. Wait a minute. Hang on.
Go on.
No. I'm just.
Hang on. Is a Ric Flair match being held up as though something went wrong? Because I'll have you know that Jim Cornette insists that nothing ever went wrong in a fucking Ric Flair
Well,
match.
just wait until you see this.
Okay.
So right there is a Russian. Well, his name's Nikita Koloff. His real name is Scott Simpson, but.
Wait a minute. Do you mean to tell me that in the 1980s there was a man playing a Russian who wasn't actually Russian? Dear God.
I mean, I don't want to harp on the same joke, but I don't remember us having this match, Brendon.
I don't come off well there.
Yeah, you're pretty muscular.
Oh, fuck! Oh, here's me.
Russian anger.
Flair, the master strategist.
Hang on a second. Pause it. Is there anyone in the room that is not a wrestling fan that is being dragged here by a friend? Is that a lady? Put the hand up. Is that a lady? You just said the lights are in my eyes. You can't tell in this day and age, can you? It's a fucking minefield. What's your name? What's your name? Sorry? Jack. See, you can't tell. That's a lumberjack's name.
And that's how Brendon was inadvertently woke. Okay.
Jack, fucking...
Wonderful,
Jack, Jack, let's go and fucking chop some wood and kill our dinner later. Right? Jack, welcome. Very welcome. Very welcome. Jack, we'd like to play a little game here called What Happens Next? So Jack, as an uninitiated person, there we go. There's Nikita Koloff, Ric Flair, living legend. What happens next, Jack?
He drops him.
He drops him.
Wow, what a summary of how wrestling works. I reckon the big man picks up the other big man and he fucking puts him down.
Do we have drops him?
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I mean, yeah. I guess that wasn't a bit.
Suplex on Nikita.
Oh, okay.
What else?
No.
I mean, what happened?
Some of you caught that. Some of you did not. I will now be replaying, and you can see the two that did not catch it. I will be replaying it. Please watch.
Oh.
Please watch Nikita Koloff's penis.
Human growth hormone.
Now watch the greatest referee of all time.
No way.
Modesty.
That's fucking awesome. That's incredible. By the way, look how good he was at doing it.
Right?
That means that's happened to him loads. As a ref, he's gone, the cock's come out again. Bam!
To be what a fucking dedication to kayfabe.
Yeah.
You know, everyone knows Russians don't have penises.
Mate, he fucking tucked that in like fitting a shoe. Like so adept. Watch him, like, look, he's even got the right fingers. It's a scoop. Watch this. Look. Bam! We can even have sound effects. Wait, let's watch him again. Bam!
Well, to be fair, it's
in
good
real
that-
time.
Yeah.
Suplex on
Wait, let's go back again. Right, okay. Now watch, let's watch his eyes. Rewind him again a bit. At what point does he realise it's cock out? Can you rewind that?
No, that's Rick backing away because he's seen the cock. No!
Yeah, he can. Space Mountain. So wait, so the ref. Okay, let's watch the ref's eyes from start to finish. Right.
Look, he takes a good fucking scoop right there, doesn't
Oh, do you think the dick is out at this point?
he? I think he's got a good handle on it right
Wait a
now.
minute. Let's
This is like a lot of an X-Files episode, isn't it?
Oh, no, the dick's out there. The ref went, fucking cock out. Absolutely. The ref went, he did. What a ref, what a fucking pro.
Look at him, looking up, looking down. Oh, you picked it out!
The fucking dick's out, my fucking dick's out, and boom. Bravo.
Hey boys, who's going to referee the match tonight? Well, Dick Hunter Jimmy's available.
Fucking Dick Tuck McGee. Oh, here comes some racism.
So I've got two clips with one theme here.
Nazis?
People that hate black people. The theme is lazy Hulk Hogan. The theme is Lazy Hulk Hogan.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that already. Wait, stop. Rewind it. That was well fucking labelled because already he looks bored and like, fuck's sake, do I have to talk to these cunts?
Not even
I'm
gonna
only
rip a shirt.
No.
Yeah, I'm only saying brother because otherwise I just can't stop saying the N-word.
Yeah, let me tell you something, mother. We know what you mean.
He's got me blocked on Twitter.
Has he?
Yeah, he blocked me.
Oh, Kevin Nash blocked me as well.
Yeah,
Then
Kevin
Robertson asked him to stun block me, and then he blocked Robertson as well.
That was 2 more moves than Kevin Nash had done in his fucking career. So,
All right.
Brother,
Brother.
this is the holster. And let me tell you
The
something,
holster?
brother. When I'm in London, I don't mess around.
Oh.
We go straight for the biggest and best movie channel there is.
What?
Sky Movies, every time. What you gonna do?
I mean, was that not the laziest what you gonna do?
That was of the.
Here, watch me flex.
Movie channel there is. Sky Movies, every time. What you gonna do?
your best mate's wife.
Which, by the way, he did make that a bit Jewish mother, didn't he? Of like, what you gonna do? You know what? Sky Movies. What are you gonna do?
What you gonna do, Bubble? Come here. Human growth hormone. What you gonna do?
I'm tempted by human growth hormone. I won't lie.
Yeah, same here.
Because like my fucking arthritis is starting to kick in. Is it any? Have you ever?
The first thing he said, is it any good? And then he realized I should take that a step back and go, have you ever? Assuming that I have.
Well, there is that moment where he looked at you, realised that your shoulders are roughly the width of both of us, and then went, is that normal? Now.
Just know that one thing comes before the other, and I am Jewish before I am a wrestler, so human growth hormone is very expensive.
Bang! Get up there and chew it up, were any of you sitting there going, are we about to hear a really obscure bit of scripture? As is written in the letters to the Corinthians.
Wasn't he on the Sabbath?
And thou shalt not mix the hormones of another man. Yeah.
Talk about it stuck between two of us.
Yeah, we're technically one guy. Okay.
It's funny, we tried that bit in Perth, Western Australia, where we're from, like pretending like talking about Perth people and killed in the UK. We went back to where we're from, and people just thought it was a genuine conversation.
Look at him having a nice chat.
Yep.
Okay, go.
You know what saddens me? Sometimes we're good cutting-edge comedians and sometimes we're just a fucking bushwhackers tribute act.
Go.
Oh, I thought you were gonna lick me. Thank God. Okay. This is part 2 of Lazy Hulk Hogan.
Versus Sting.
Yeah. Oh. What the fuck? Wait.
Go on.
Is this the Republican fucking convention? What's happening?
I don't know.
It's the opinion on a poll match. Where you only have opinions on Polish immigration.
They really do look like it's a pie eating contest, doesn't it? It looks like
I love
it's
a
gonna be
pie
or
eating
hot dogs.
context, don't you?
Yeah, what's the context of that?
Yeah, sometimes you see a pie, you eat it.
Oh, excuse me, did I use the wrong word?
Oh, excuse me.
He made fun of you first.
Okay, yeah, let's get him.
All right.
Fucking looks like a deep sea fish.
Gentlemen, any final words before
Looks like the
this?
shell I fucking live in. You're also here. Now.
Go.
Well, I was just gonna say, you can see how excited Sting is when he yawns.
No.
Any final words before this Sunday?
What is this? What's happening?
It's this is contract negotiations for their match.
It's not. They're gonna eat hot dogs.
Wait for it.
What?
Hulk's ready to.
What are they?
He's mad.
Wait.
He's mad.
What?
Hulk's mad. What's he gonna do?
Are you fucking kidding me? Wait a minute. Is this on purpose? Is this a piss take? Like they're going, you know how these things always go? Like this has got to be rebellion against bad writing. Like he's going really beginning of the contract thing.
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan.
One more time.
So incredibly aware that he would rebel against bad writing.
Yes, that's true.
Hulk Hogan. Let me tell you something, brother. That man's the Shakespeare of wrestling, is he, Brendon?
Ugh, I would never see him.
You do have a point that, like, when No Holds Barred came out, like, at no point in any of the press did he go like, and I'd like to thank the writers for the words.
Well, yeah, Dookie. All right. Has anyone actually seen the movie?
Everyone's seen
Mr.
it.
Nanny? Was he in Mr. Nanny as well?
He was in Santa with Muscles and other of his fabulous ones.
That's true, so you're right. He's not.
And
there's
of
never
course-
been one for like going, well, you know what, when it's the source material is that great.
Well, the one with the source materials that great is the one that we all saw. The one entitled "Guilty Pleasure." You got to have a look. What's your hero doing today? And, as I recall, the choice quote that I took home was, I feel like a pig. I had sushi for lunch. I'm sorry. That was the fucking best.
By the way, how long was that porno out before people like?
It's a compliment to the man. You'd call it porno.
Yeah. I've never seen it, but
You know what I mean? Like when most people fuck, it's ugly. When he does it, it's fucking terrible. You know that woman tapped out early. He should have stopped. But no, make no mistake. The fight continued. Anyway.
So let's carry on.
Yeah, that's right. I just bailed myself out of my own shit bit. There we go.
I was going to say, I just made up this joke on the spot. If you watch it 20 times, you would see 24-inch pythons.
Don't encourage him. Don't. Puns.
Just wrote it.
You're a jokester.
Yes.
You're a wordsman.
Look at me, guys. I'm in the fringe, all right? They don't just let anyone in the fringe. Guys and girls. Sorry. And
Dear Mr. Edinburgh, I have been a big fan of your festival since I was 8 years old, growing up as a Jewish boy. I remember when I played college football, all the other jocks, because they were a bit Trumpy, used to call me Jewy Jew. But I understand at your festival, all manner of ethnicities are welcome.
I'm taking it a little too hard here.
I mean, I knew you when you were 8, and that was disturbingly accurate. Remember when you were Australian and bald and drinking a Monster you don't fucking require?
Speaking of Aussie.
You don't need that. There you go. Okay, so yeah, speaking of Oz, we have two Australians on the stage right now. I figured I'd play this Australian clip. That's one of my favorites.
I've been waiting for a long time for my shot at the belt, and this time, Pandora, it's you.
Fuck off, Sharon. Fuck off. You let Gary finger you in the fucking escort, you cunt.
Of course her fucking name's Bree. You know? God, that's her whole gimmick. And hailing from Basic Bitch City, it's Bree!
You can't fucking scrunt us at the minute. I've got my painters in, but you can whack us up the shitter if you like.
Genuine quote. Rodnest Island. John
You
Robertson,
really
Rodnest
think that
Island.
you could...
Oh no!
Oh, fucking yeah.
You really think that you could beat me?
I can do anything. You're not even that tough. You're just all
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Wait,
all
hold
night.
on, wait. Was her comeback, I don't think anything?
Do you think you can beat... I
don't think anything.
Yeah, go on.
Not even that tough. You're just all
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Sorry, hold on.
Here we go. Hello, Bree.
You really think that you could beat me?
I can do anything. You're not even
Oh, I
that
can
tough.
do
You're just
anything.
Oh.
Which, of
Oh,
course.
Which, by the way, your parents lied to you. You can't.
Including bring out a random black man from behind
Kick
you.
your ass.
Orlando Jordan.
Yeah, fucking. Wow, she hit her the way Hulk Hogan pushes over a table.
I'll do this slow-mo for you guys if you want.
Boom. Now, because those of you that don't know, that the man in the background, Orlando Jordan, which by the way smells magnificent. He does. He smells really good.
Information you will get at no other show in the
That's right. 4 stars. Never got a bad review. Ever. This thing's a piece of shit.
You come see us afterwards. We'll tell you who smells good and who smells bad.
Yeah. And
Billy Gunn smells good.
There you go.
Yeah,
Billy Gunn smells amazing.
Save it for afterwards.
Yeah, he's full of bull semen, but fuck, he smells amazing.
You know what? I'm tempted to use bull semen. Have you ever? No, never. But very, very proud bisexual man, and also teaches wrestling in Australia now. That's where he is. That's where he lives.
Fuck, I hope they're not graduates of the school.
That's what I'm saying. This is clearly like under his tutelage.
This is his like promotional tape to get out there to students who would want to be wrestlers.
Which, incidentally, like getting to like, look, okay, you probably can't tell the difference, but those young ladies, that accent, very much bush, from the bush. Like proper,
very
fucking,
common,
very
common.
Like think fucking.
My mother would think they were cheap.
Yes.
And my mother talks like this.
Yeah. Like they probably sniff some petrol at the age of 12. Like they get fucking, apparently that gives you a bit of a hit.
That's right.
And,
you sniff the petrol, you smoke the cigarette, not at the same time your head explodes.
Yeah.
Look out, fucking, that's fucking
Big
wise.
fucking day, fucking day, Brie used to have a sister. That's what happened to her. Boom, gone.
Yeah. So I'm more than a little surprised that under his tutelage, they didn't just punch each other in the face for cash. Like, because that accent, quite frankly, you head out into any car park of a Saturday night and you will hear that accent scratching each other's fucking eyes out.
This is true.
And
on a Monday morning, using the same voice to call their kids in. It's fucking incredible.
For half a cider.
Yeah. Well, as I once heard in a suburb called Armidale in Perth, Western Australia, I turned up, I got out at the train station, and I heard this sound. There was a pub, there was a sort of, like fence, you could go smoke on the fence. This is sound. Hey! Hey! Look, you little cunt, fucking come on! Come on, you little cunt! Come on! Come on! Fucking come on! Come to mummy! Come on!
Yeah, it's true. They've had.
She's a social worker.
So it's a miracle that they
Yeah, trained at the Orlando's Jordan School of Empathy. Fucking incredible.
Carry on, please.
Oh, now I can carry on.
Please.
Thanks.
Come on!
Again, any given car park.
What kind of show did you invite us to?
Yeah. What fucking, yeah.
Wildcats. Come to our school.
It's the sport of king.
That's a movie reference for the movie Wildcat that only you and I think
I know.
has.
Yeah.
That was sweet.
Oh, finally I feel alone.
Well, just when you thought that was it.
Yeah, it gets better. What? You were just there.
Bobby, you alright? Oi! Who did this?
Well done, mate. 4:30 at the Gilded Balloon.
Yeah.
Come see his improv troupe.
I think you'll find he's in shitface Shakespeare, stone cold sober.
Hi, I'm Bree. I can take anyone. You know, I hope that my boyfriend, who can't control his emotions, doesn't show up if I fall over. There he is. I like the part where, as I was laying on the ground having been beaten up, he looked at me and went, "Oi!"
Which is Australian CPR.
Yeah. Aussie. Oi. It works.
Cover up, love. Cover up.
Fucking for fuck's sake, cover yourself up, you look like a slut.
I'll tuck you in.
Oh no, here comes fucking toxic masculinity Barry. Oh, I can't do something physically about it. Better kick this fucking box and then rub a t-shirt on your tits.
Yeah, who do I fucking tell you
What's
that
this?
cover up when we go?
I'm helping.
Look at that face. That is the face of toxic masculinity, ladies and gentlemen. Too much semen.
Here's a new one too for you guys.
Oh, why?
Oh, hello.
what someone in the room is just like, oh no. Although fair enough, it's true that in 80s wrestling, whenever a gentleman of colour appears, it never ends well for them.
So, Reston, as a lot of you guys know, maybe some of you don't, but a wrestler named Brickhouse Brown passed away. And I was just watching a bunch of his clips because I think he's really fun. I'm not going to show him being bad. Don't worry about it.
No, I was about to say, like, with no context, but this is what I pretty much heard. As some of you may have known, a wrestler called Brickhouse Brown passed away, and we're going to watch that footage. I'll tell you, it's very funny and entirely his fault.
I know comedy plus tragedy equals time, but...
No, it doesn't. That's amazing.
Comedy
plus tragedy equals time. And yet at the same time, I challenge you to disprove that.
Yeah.
That's the most... What?
David Attenborough.
David Attenborough plus Edinburgh equals mayor. Wait, what is it? Comedy plus what equals what?
It's tragedy plus time equals comedy.
Yeah. No, but seriously, what a great summary of how life works. Comedy and tragedy equals time. The man's a fucking genius.
Listen,
I said that.
You try and disprove it, motherfuckers. Dig Stephen Hawking back up.
I said that with so much confidence.
You did. Absolute conviction.
Here's the thing I know for sure. This.
Comedy plus tragedy equals time.
All right, so
this fucking show, mate.
You mean that wasn't on purpose?
Not on purpose. That was legit. Then I was gonna make a joke about.
No, you're
how, Yep.
No,
Okay.
I'm sure this
Joke wrote itself. Here we go.
Yeah.
So I was watching some clips of Brickhouse Brown, and then I found this one, and this one really pleased me. This is him headbutting Terry Funk.
Oh.
If Brickhouse follows through. Brickhouse Brown going to the higher elevation.
Who did this?
He got knocked down. He goes up, comes down. That can do it.
Wait.
So
Okay.
I don't know what that was.
I once met a pug that actually only gets around that way because it got hit in the head with a shovel when it was a puppy. And it's the most adorable pug. I didn't like pugs until I met this fucking special pug. And the poor thing, right, it's got its tongue hanging out, and its fucking eyes are all hanging out, and it gets around entirely like that because it got hit in the head with a shovel. So I reckon Terry Funk has met that pug. And basically has done a joke for him and me. You want these references? Come to my farm, meet the pug.
Fucking hell.
Or,
Yeah.
that legitimately, fucked up the left hemisphere of his brain, and he genuinely thinks he's running around right now.
You gotta walk on your head. That's what you gotta do. See, I always thought Terry Funk talked like that because of the chair shots, but I think in this one moment his diction was changed forever. Now, let me tell you something.
Doesn't lie, but doesn't that, don't you hear this accent? Oh, fuck. Oh. Maybe I just hear that always.
Yeah, that's just
Yeah,
you.
usually when you're fucking talking, make no mistake.
Oh, yeah. Hey, can anyone else hear this? Oh, fuck. It just it seems to keep happening. Oh, fucking, come on, what? See, there it was again.
I fucking adore this because Terry Funk, being the hardcore fucking legend, has done this. That was insufficient damage. I'll hurt my head more. Kid, you gotta give me something to sell. Now I've got some rug burn on my face.
Do you think he's gonna blade later and he just misplaced his blade?
I'll just keep going round, face first around the mat till I find the blades.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, he looks like a vacuum.
To be honest, Colt, that's another great piece of profundity from you tonight. Just to
What the fuck does that mean? Profundity?
Profundity.
Profundity, it's a foot infection, mate. Don't worry about it. What just happened there, which is great, just to stare at Terry Funk and go, he looks like a void. Comedy and tragedy equals time. I am Cosmic Cabana. Cosmic Cabana.
Other than that, he's just doing a really big rail of coke.
Okay. We're gonna play this one more, and I'm only playing this because I thought John could get the most out of this.
Okay.
John, I trust you. I don't trust anybody else to play this clip for. You're the one I chose.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match will be one fall.
My high school fucking teacher there next to my high school teacher. Pause it! Right, moves his fucking arm very carefully. Righto. Fucking sits down, in fact.
Wait a minute.
No.
Okay, wait. Isn't that kind of insulting? That he's like, you know what?
Kind of.
Yeah. So, John, I reckon you look a bit fucking Nazi-ish. I think you'll. I reckon you're a big fan of genocide of white people.
Yeah, but to be honest, if a Jewish guy turns to you and goes, you know, John, I trust you.
Yeah, that's the ultimate
to handle
compliment.
this. It is the ultimate compliment.
It is. Oh yeah. Okay.
And look at us.
As opposed to the ultimate solution.
Yes. Fucking boom.
Hold on. Is that a black gentleman?
This?
What?
Yes.
Just in general.
Yes. Is
No, sorry. I thought
is that a gentleman?
I thought you were looking at the crowd behind him.
No.
Jesus, that was offensive.
Wait a minute. Is there a black guy in the?
Right,
No.
Can we just see something? I just want to hear the crowd response to this person's name.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there's. Oh dear.
Oh my fucking god! And they're booing. He's just waving hello to mum. He's pulled the sunroof. And who will the stormtrooper do battle with? Also, guys, stormtroopers nothing to be afraid of. They can never shoot Luke. And
It's John Robertson.
to be honest, pause. If I was going to send anyone in to fight the stormtrooper, I wouldn't send his fucking wet dream.
Yeah, I know. I was just about to say.
At 6'6", he hails from the Aryan Mountains. Please welcome Whitey McWhiteson.
His opponent, he weighs 288 pounds.
Well, sorry. He weighs 288. Convert. Pounds.
288 pounds.
Sorry. One more time just for fun. See, what that is one guy doing this. I have to say, I've said how much the Nazi weighs. Now I have to say how much the dude from Fist of the North Star weighs. I only have one method of rebellion, and it is to not say pounds at the right time.
288 pounds. He's from Orlando, Florida.
He's from Florida? What the fuck? What's going on?
Sorry, whoa! Primetime Brian Lee. Was there ever a nickname that didn't live up to itself more than... And also, I love the fact it's in inverted commas. Ladies and gentlemen, Primetime Brian Lee. Here comes midday movie Brian Lee. And bearing in mind, I've done nothing with my career, okay? But Primetime Brian Lee is principally famous for being the fake Undertaker.
Yes.
So, imagine...
And wasn't he also Nails?
No, that was Nails. Nails was Nails. You've not nailed that, no. No, Nails was Nails. Brian Lee was the best man at the Undertaker's wedding, played the fake Undertaker, who was noticeably 3 inches shorter than the Undertaker, didn't look much like him, and then later on became Killdozer Brian Lee in the 90s when things were edgy. Killdozer Brian Lee. But this is Primetime Brian Lee.
Yeah.
A sort of overgrown version of Flying Brian Pillman. Okay, what happens? Oh, is that it? Wow. Hi guys, welcome to Colt Cabana's house. What are we doing today? Well, we're going to look at a Nazi and a tall bloke, make it funny. Oh, Colt, do they do any wrestling? No.
Which in fairness, let's face it, you know.
Brian Lee, what a good player.
By the way.
What? Well, that's amazing! I will only sell for the Fuhrer! Ach! Oh my god, he's going to do sweet chin music from the middle rope. I've never seen that. I got to wrap it up? Alright, that's fine.
I said that to you quietly, so you didn't say it over on the microphone as loud as you can.
Yeah, I'm terribly sorry, Colt. Not a wrestler. You whisper something to me, I won't just fucking do it. Right.
I know. I was about to say, like, wouldn't you hate, like, calling a match with Robertson? Go fucking run.
What the fuck do you mean, clothesline?
Like, just doesn't even run the ropes, just stops in the middle of the ring, goes, what?
Punch you in the face!
What? Let's go home? What is happening?
I did wrestle 5 matches and that did happen.
What, should I call a cab? So,
Okay.
what a different time this is as well, where like the epitome of the Trump voter Confederate flag wearing is wrestling. I'm pretty sure a black guy, and yet he's the face of racism.
He's going to drop straight down with the cancellation. There it is.
I don't know if you heard the name of that finisher though.
Yeah, was it
Straight down with the cancellation. There it is.
The cancellation.
So primetime Brian Lee really was an ironic.
Yeah, that's fucking great. You know you're a loser when they go, the only person who the crowd will like less than you is the fucking Nazi. Jesus.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for today. We thank you. We do have one last clip that we do play.
We play every time.
This is, I guess, it would be our finisher.
This was a this is a closer.
Cancellation.
Wrestling. It's our cancellation.
Yeah. Our syndication.
Before we leave, let's give a hand for John Robertson.
John, where you at? What time? How many shows?
I got 3 shows this year. 5:30. Oh, I work 3 hours a day, mate. It's not hard. Right. 5:30 in the afternoon at Gilded Balloon. I got a show called The Dark Room for Kids. It's a live-action video game, specially modified for children, in the sense I don't say fuck to them.
Right. I bet you do, though, don't you?
Yeah.
At what point do they come?
Of course I fuck.
Okay, go.
To be fair, I swear at them. It's good fun. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Got my show, The Dark Room. It's the adult show. It's the world's only live-action video game. 7th fucking year at the Fringe. And then at 10:20 each night, I've got Sexy Sweaty Party, which is me in a basement roughly this size at the Tron with a blues musician fucking around, and then we sing occasionally. We just came from that show. We crowd surfed a man, then covered his head with butter. Fuck, it was a good night. No award.
And then afterwards, Brendon's going to do his speech, but I'll say this. I do have some merch out there. I have new T-shirts and my wrestling movie, The Wrestling Road Diaries. That's after you guys all file out. Whoever wants some merchandise or take pictures or whatever, we're happy to stick around.
By all means, and also, like, one of the things I do love about this is I've been around it for 30 years, you know, and I've seen it change over the years. Is the power of the press doesn't exist anymore. It is the power of the people. And so you do us a massive, massive favour if you go onto the Ed Fringe website and give us a 5-star review. Spread the word. We are a word-of-mouth show. But also, thank you so much for keeping this thing alive. It was supposed to be just a dumb fucking thing that was never really supposed to occur. And then 6 years later, here we are, still sold out from start to finish. So by all means, if you are broke, we tried to keep the prices down so you could keep coming back, and because we love you guys, we love the regulars, etc. And but if you are well off and you want to be our benefactor, look at it like a GoFundMe thing. It does help keep the show alive. Feel free by all means to try and break the record, which was £85, no less, right?
If you want to be our Ted DiBiase.
Yeah. But by you know, and if you're broke, don't worry. Just fucking say thanks a lot. I'm broke. We consider it an honour if I can put a smile on your face by all means. But donations of, if you want to tip us on a job well done, because this is your show, and this show really isn't for anyone else but us. You know what I mean? It makes you laugh in a way that no one else could, you know, and you tip a waiter on a, you know, for good service by all means. And donations of £20 plus, and I give you my entire back catalogue. That's £200 worth of stuff.
And show these little things that I got.
Yeah. And
if you haven't known,
£5 or more. By the way, it's hot around Edinburgh.
Yeah, we got little fans this year.
Yeah.
So on the way out, if you throw a note in, please feel free to take a little Monkey Barrel fan.
Yeah. And £20 plus, you can have everything I've ever done. And I guess that's it. Also, I've got a solo show called Mansplaining at 8 o'clock. And as usual, of course, we will stick around to suck dicks and kiss babies the whole 9 yards. Because you know what? We came here to suck dicks and kiss babies. And guess what? There you go. Fucking 5 people knew it. Right.
Hold on, we're going to go to this clip and we're running late, but for £5 you could have a fan. For £20 you could have his whole work ever. Like, you're like, you can have everything I've ever done in my life. Yeah. It's just like the idea of £5 gets your fan, £20 gets you my whole life.
Well, one of us is Jewish and the other isn't.
Alright, here we go. Here's our last clip. Thank you.
Rock the boat. Hands, this guy, come on. Oh, wait, pause it. Oh, we're running late. I'm looking. Yeah.
You can see a face of fear on a face that doesn't move.
the uninitiated, he's fine. He's fine. We know him. He's called Too Cute. He's okay.
And he's on a fan.
Hey, that guy rings a bell every time a little person gets killed.
There is zero empathy in this clip. No one gives a fuck.
He's doing the 10 bell salute as he died.
Yeah. And look, by the way, he whispers down, he whispers to the little guy and goes, "Are you okay? Watch his head." Right? Are you okay?
No, man, I'm fucked. Let me curl up in a ball, leave me alone. And then the rest like, adios, mío.
Rewind it, pause it, you know where I want it, pause, rewind it, pause it. And you can see the moment he leaves this earth. Oh, my love, my darling,
I had dropped kicked out of the ring.
So long.
The gods of Lucha Libre hate me.
Comedy. Plus tragedy.
If you need a little excitement, you can snap into the Slim Jim. And if you need a little excitement, you can call me up again and again. I got that power, you speak to me sour. I'm gonna take you to the danger zone for a couple of hours. I got that green for the ground, you think I'm talking about. So baby, freak out, freak out, freak out, freak out. Madness taking
we can do to make your life easier?
No, it's all right, mate. Thank you. We're good. Yeah,
Hi, Brendon.
Chris.
How you doing? I started late.
No, that's all good, man. No, I'm not saying I was having a go. I'm saying don't worry.
That's your quick.
I would never have a go there. Part of the fun.
I was going to say, you can't run that way.
I reckon I'm gonna have the milks over that side. Yeah, good. I already tell you that. Yeah. And I reckon we can leave the stage there. Yeah.
All right. How can I help you? How can I help?
No.
All right. Great show, boys. Great show.
Thank you, Johnny. Have you paid Robertson already?
No, it comes out of the bucket.
Thanks, mate. Beauty.
Is that out of the bucket?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's doing my, second.
Alright. Thanks, boys.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Just after that.
Right, what a nice night. What a nice night. What a great job you. What a great job. Great job. Great job. Good job.
Hey, you've been working out.
Yeah.
You see, he lifted me with these.
I can always lift you. Brendon, you're not a heavy man.
Otherwise, one of my fans great idea. Yeah, we both keep them in the bucket, and then they can choose which one they have to go by both. That's what I was saying.
No, okay, that's fine.
That's okay. You just have it in the bucket. You can also put it on it.
Okay, then I'll give you some of these.
Here's one big thing. There's an old piece of advice I was given. I noticed that your low buckets are making a lot of noise when the money hits.
Yeah.
Because we can hear the coins.
Yeah.
You need to put something to line it so people think notes are going in.
We give a fans it.
Yeah. That's a good point. All right. Yes, I can see how.
I think he wanted the.
Did you want? Oh, it's all right.
You said things over there.
Oh yeah, no, I was happy for it to be ready.
Well, the things we have to
The TV tonight. Are we going to the TV on Saturday?
Yeah, I can offer it.
Oh, okay.
Higher, that's going to make space for what we propose to do. I think that's not a bad shot. Yeah, that's not.
Let's do it.
That is actually going to be fine.
It's got to be way more forward, so I can stand here and everyone can see it. Yeah, you can bring him over. Yeah, let's do that.